Governor Abbott has clearly jumped the shark on COVID-19. This is absurd.
Mayor Ron Nirenberg there invoking the funds, as right now local leaders and members of the business community are weighing in on the latest executive order from Governor Greg Abbott. That order prevents any state entity, including private businesses, from requiring COVID vaccines.
The order could bring on more legal battles. News 4 San Antonio's Zach Hedrick is here for you after finding out what local leaders and businesses are planning.
It's a political statement that just confuses everybody and provides no help for anybody.
County Judge Nelson Wolff and Mayor Ron Nirenberg not mincing any words when it comes to Governor Greg Abbott's latest executive order.
We have an important job to do in protecting lives in our communities, and he has locked every tool in the tool shed that we need to do it.
Abbott's order bans any entity in the state of Texas from requiring its employees to get vaccinated for COVID-19. It also says anyone violating the order may be fined.
Have y'all gotten any more specifics about what fines or penalties businesses or entities could be facing if they violate the governor's executive order?
It is pretty typical with these statements that the governor has released. It's pretty short on specifics and long on unintended consequences.
Abbott's order is a direct challenge to the federal government's mandate, which requires employers with 100 or more workers to get vaccinated.
I've never been in favor of corporations imposing that kind of a mandate. I'm not in favor of that, never have been.
Southwest CEO Gary Kelly says because all major airlines are federal contractors, his airline is working to have a mandate in place by December 8th.
We're working through that. We're urging all of our employees to get vaccinated. If they can't, we're urging them to seek an accommodation either for medical or religious reasons. My goal obviously is that no one loses their job.
San Antonio ISD is currently locked in a legal battle over a mandate requiring its 7,000 employees to get vaccinated. In a statement, the district says they're reviewing the new executive order and consulting with their legal team and board of trustees to determine how the district will proceed. Baptist Health System is also requiring its employees to get vaccinated. They shared this statement. The system is taking a thoughtful wait-and-see approach to all aspects of vaccine policies in regards to our greatest asset, our employees.
And we also asked if city and county leaders plan to legally challenge the governor's order. Judge Wolff says they already have one lawsuit pending, and that's for the mask mandate, so they don't plan on doing anything else for now.
Arson investigators are looking into a fire that started at a vacant restaurant on the city's south side. It started a little before 1 in the morning at the old Long John Silver's along Southwest Military near I-35. The fire started on the roof, and the fire crews were able to quickly put it out. Now, police are questioning a homeless man who was nearby at the time, but they don't know if he was the one responsible.
Also hearing that these investigators are looking into a possible connection between that fire and several others that recently happened on the west side. One of those was yesterday morning. This one happened along South Brazos Street near Nancy Place. Fire authorities say they have recently ruled that fire as an arson. It destroyed one home, damaged another. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Investigators think another fire over the weekend was started possibly by the same person. That fire happened around 7:30 Sunday night along North Zarazamora near West Martin Street. It began at the tire shop but quickly spread to 2 other nearby businesses. Because of the high winds that night, the situation was dangerous. One firefighter suffered an eye injury and had to be taken to the hospital for treatment.
Are you searching for love using an online dating service, or maybe you know someone who is? Be careful in general, but also because con artists are targeting people in some new ways. So Jason Mesa with the Better Business Bureau is here to talk about some new twists. Good morning, Jason. Good to see you again.
Good morning. Thanks for having us as always.
Absolutely. So when it comes to online dating scams, we often hear about the catfishing situations where it's an imposter taking on an identity. They convince someone that they're in love. And then, of course, there's an emergency and they need money all of a sudden. But that's not what we're talking about today, because today you have a warning about online dating and sharing photos. So tell us more about this.
This is dating to a new level. This is something we're seeing emerge now here in South Texas for sure. You meet someone online, you're interested in dating or meeting through a website, and you start sending these photos that might be a little risky. They ask for the same in return. They might send you some images, but the scammer begins to blackmail you. It's an extortion scam. They use your phone number, your social media. They look up names of friends, even your coworkers or your boss. They threaten to send those pictures to your contacts if you don't pay a ransom. So again, they're asking for gift card, wired funds, anything untraceable. and it's leading to a lot of heartbreak and heartache for people down the line. So just knowing what to look for and some signs when you're using these services or apps is key.
Right. So what are some of the signs before that begins?
What makes this scheme more heinous is that con artists use our social media against us. They turn it around and exploit our own networks against us. So if they're immediately professing their love right off the bat, it's like a romance scenario where they're just really falling head over heels too quickly. That's usually the first sign. Asking for these risky photos in advance. I mean, I'm not the love doctor. I can't tell you how fast to move in this relationship scenario, but just know that those are the warning signs. If they're asking for photos and risky really quickly within weeks or even days, just know that that could open yourself up to vulnerability. And yes, they will do their homework and their research and find out who you are, who your friends and family are, and use that against you.
And is it on any sort of sites in particular, just kind of across the web?
It might take days or weeks actually for sites to catch up with the scammer. In other words, before somebody reports it, they could get into 4 or 5, even multiple or dozens of accounts and find victims within a month before it's caught, flagged, and deleted. So it could happen anywhere. Any legit site that you're using, just make sure you know the warning signs for a basic catfishing, or in this sense, an extortion scheme.
And I think one of the cases that had happened in Texas recently, it wasn't even a dating site, it was someone who'd reached out through Facebook, right?
Right. It started on social media. I mean, it appeared to be interested in some kind of romance. They started a video chat, what's called, the video calls. After that call into, the scammer said they recorded it and they were going to demand money through a mobile banking app unless they were paid. So even just, communicating with somebody who you think they are, they could use that, record it, turn it against you. So yes, it's very dangerous this time of year, or any time of year. Just know the warning signs and some steps to keep yourself safe.
Now, if someone were to find themselves in this unfortunate event where they were being extorted, what should they do? Where should they report it?
Yes, don't feel ashamed. We need to see the reports, however they come in. If you are victimized or a near-miss victim, report it to bbb.org. We have our scam tracker working 24 hours a day. The FTC is trailing this as well. You can report the fraud at ftc.gov.
All right. So Jason Massa with the Better Business Bureau, always keeping us on our toes and letting us know the latest things to keep out for, because these scammers, they change up their game plan pretty quickly.
Oh, always a step ahead, Ashley. Yeah. Thank y'all.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.